Yes, I'm Chef Rossi, and all of those things have been said about me. But it might surprise you or not surprise you to know that that wasn't the name I grew up with. I didn't pop out of my mother's vagina as Chef Rossi. Also, just a little side note, if anybody here has any issue with the word vagina, I'm sorry, I seem to drop it a lot, you know. Anyway, the name I grew up with was Slabadavita Shana Bashana Rochel. Oh my God. Sort of a nice beat to it if you think about it. It would be like supercalifragilistic. Slabadavita Shana Bashana Rochel. You know, I could go there. Except I never heard it that way. I've only ever heard it screamed up the stairs when I was in trouble. And that sounded a little more like this. Which was usually followed with, "For crying out loud!" Now, to this day, I never really understood, and maybe you can tell me, what the hell does that mean? Like, are you trying to say, like, you are for crying out loud? Are you trying to say you're firmly against crying out loud? Like, I never quite understood that. So I grew up, like, let me just ask, do we have any Jews here today? Raise your hand if you're Jewish.
Just a few.
Do you need to go back to the buffet? It's great. So I grew up what you might call lowly Orthodox. And there's a lot of different ways I could describe this, but it basically means we had the meat and the dairy dishes separate. My mother lit the candles on Shabbos. You know, we did certain things that an Orthodox Jew would do, but we ate the fish sandwich at McDonald's. That's sort of like the way you do it. And my mother had a certain way of judging the kashrut, but the kosher of an item, which would basically mean if we went to the supermarket and Mrs. Paul's fish sticks were $2.99, my mother would put on her glasses and take out her magnifying glass and scrutinize every detail of the ingredients to make sure that there was an OU, which is like the circle with the U in it, or an OK, or an OR, or an O something, you know, all right, something. But if they were $1.99 and she had a 99 cents off coupon and it was triple double coupon special day at the ShopRite, then there was no need to look further. Those fish sticks were kosher. They were kosher by way of coupon, which is a phenomenon that can only happen. So, since the book came out, I went on a really long book tour. I mean, evidently people go on book tours for a few months, but for whatever reason, mine lasted like 2 years. And if you count today, it's still going. So, along the book tour, people would ask me, like, why did you write a memoir? Because evidently it's a thing. Like, if you write a memoir, you also have to be able to explain why you did it. And especially, you know, my memoir came out when I was 52, so that's kind of young-ish to have written a memoir. So I had to kind of think about, like, I have to come up with an answer for that. Other than that, I needed to get it out. You know, you need a better answer. And so I sort of drew it back to when was it that I started writing about my family. And I went back and back and back, and I realized my moment was when I was 6 years old. And it was an important year in a lot of reasons, but you know, I guess you can think about it. Do you remember the moment in your life when you realized, to maybe some shock or horror, that your family wasn't like other people's families? You know, that you were like, well, maybe other people's mothers don't sit around the kitchen and talk to dead relatives. You know, it might have been that moment. So for me, it happened in the first grade. And so I had this great teacher who I loved, Mrs. Mahan, I still remember her name. And she wanted the class to know the difference between a product and a brand name. So in other words, the difference between tissue and Kleenex. And so to illustrate this, she had everyone in class tell her what their favorite brand of soap was. And so everyone was really excited. This was a fun class. And one kid stuck his hand up, it's Ivory, and someone else was like, it's Irish Spring. I mean, think of all the soaps of the, I guess this would be like 1970 or 69 or something. Everyone was really excited about it. But no one so much as me, because I knew that we had the superior soap. I mean, we had this creamy, wonderful smelling soap, and it was so good we had hundreds of bars of it. This cabinet in the bathroom that was more like a closet was just stockpiled with this soap, and it was fantastic. So I was ready for her to pick on me, and I was if there was an apple or a prize or a gold star, I knew I was gonna get it. So she finally picked on me, and I excitedly shot my hand up, and I go, "My family's favorite brand of soap is Ramada Inn."